Oh, I guess we missed a spot when it comes to planting bamboo. That's one quick way to know. This is gonna lag so bad when I actually destroy these. Because that is the 4th stack I have used on this. No clue how many we're gonna get. I mean, I assume obviously if I've used multiple stacks then I'll get multiple stacks, but they also can grow in between because I've been doing other things in the background. So yeah, welcome back. Today is Wednesday. It is another stream day. I want to get some decorative builds done to kind of fill in the platforms and fill in the areas that I have to decorate and kind of start making this. The plan is I want to make this area like an actual cohesive concept instead of just being like the miscellaneous kind of out of place builds that we have right now, which is why I've been doing the research. I've been doing research for the last few weeks for doing like random research here and there when I have the time to try to find some build ideas, and I've been doing like the practice we did on the creative world the other day to figure out templates for some of the concepts I have, like that villager design statue. Basically all of that, which I have to start actually shearing sheep more often to get enough for that villager statue idea. But besides all that, although actually I can also shear a bunch of white sheep too and dye the white wool, which will help. We have enough cocoa beans. But basically to do most of those I need scaffolding to help with building a little simpler and easier, so that's why I'm taking a moment to bone meal some of the bamboo. That way we have some scaffolding. I mean, we're probably going to actually have to stay up for the night to hunt some spiders, because I know we don't have that much string. We have some, but not a ton. So that's probably also on the list of things to get done today, is get some more string for some scaffolding. But yeah, now we should have plenty of bamboo to last for most of the projects. Just wanted to get it out of the way at first and then leave this stuff to grow in between in case there's any extra we might need. I'm gonna go put this back, I think, and then hunt for spiders. Probably have to go to the other platform to hunt for spiders since we have such a limited space for them to spawn. I don't know. We also gotta go down here and collect some of the cocoa beans so that we have brown dye, so that they can regrow. But yeah, today's stream I might be partially muted at some point, I'm not sure. Only because I have a bunch of calls that I put out for stuff I have to get done today. As far as like getting follow-ups with some doctor stuff and having to follow up with the insurance company regarding the car accident that I had, because it's handled through someone else's insurance and they still haven't called me even though they have my information to call me. So I'm not sure where that is. They should already have the police report, so they should be moving it along, and they're not, so I'm trying to get them to move it along a little, because I would like to have my vehicle back at some point. And it'll take a while for them to do the repairs, let alone waiting for the insurance company to actually approve it, and deal with all the appraisal and everything, so trying to get that moving. So I had to call that. I also had to call my doctor because he did blood work and was supposed to call me and like give me the rundown of what the blood work meant, and never did. And I don't have much ability to interpret it very well. I've been scouring through it and doing like multiple Google searches to try to figure out what all of it is, but it's just easier through a doctor. I'd rather not trust Google on my health. Google pretty much says you're dying if you have a cough. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure all that out at once. I also had to call through to my state because they took me off my medical insurance, and I'm trying to get a hold of them regarding that to get some coverage again. But either way, I just needed to get some of that going, and it's very slow going, so I have to just kind of call around and make sure I get a hold of people. And because the state would take over an hour to leave me on hold since they did yesterday, I just left a callback number for them. I left a callback for the insurance person because I just got their voicemail, and I left a callback for my doctor. So if I get any of those calls back during this, I'll probably have to mute the mic, obviously, so I can do that. But for now, I'm just chilling and trying to get some stuff done. I'll still be playing a little in the background on the calls, most likely. Hey, welcome back. How are you today? So, I don't know. I'll still be probably doing some stuff in the background on the phone calls, but I may have to, like, mute my mic for it. Let me put... I did make a separate chest for the... Where is... I think I'm gonna go over there to look for spiders. I did have to put a separate chest for the bamboo, because I know we'll end up with a lot of bamboo very fast, but I need spiders. I think we found a spider spawner at some point, didn't we, over in the mine? Maybe we can go back over there to farm some once the night's over. I might do that. I might go along the railroad track to go all the way back to that mine. I'm gonna kill these sheep. I might go all the way along that to get back to that to the mine we have over there, because I'm pretty sure there was a spider spawner that I didn't destroy because I needed it. Like, as much as I don't know how to optimize it, I'm pretty sure I wasn't stupid enough to destroy it because I know I might need it. Hopefully. I'm not always that bright, so I don't know. Kind of depends on what I was doing at the time. It was early on in the game, so I might have been like, oh, it's fine, I can just farm spiders normally, and I have plenty of spiders, and it's like, oh, let's not do that. Jeez, I'm Nixie. So yeah, mainly spiders. Gunpowder is also useful. I mean, pretty much anything we can get is useful, but I really need spiders right now. So I'm just gonna kind of wander this platform and kill some spiders and stuff that we see. I don't need that. We also need to start a little island area where we can farm turtles, because I would like to get the what are they, the scoots? I think, and I don't think you can get those normally. I think those are from what, like turtle eggs or something? So it might be nice to have some of those, because we can trade those, I think. And I like having turtles. The little baby turtles are very cute in the game. I mean, turtles in real life are cute, but they're very high maintenance. Much different than just feeding them some seagrass and letting them have eggs in the sand. Oh, Nixie, stop. Oh, okay, it's not actually a killing or destroying thing, it's just the growth thing. Okay, I knew it was something to do. Oh, yep, I'm gonna have to mute for a minute because I'm getting a call back from one of the calls I left. 1 minute. Alright, I am back. Apologies for the awkward walking and almost falling off the edge a few times. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the status on some stuff. I was getting a call back from one of the situations I'm in right now, which is the state regarding my health insurance, since I don't have health insurance right now, and they took me off of it. And there's no reason that I shouldn't be on it, they just took me off of it during the application process, and then I didn't know. But yeah, so that's actually good news for that. That was decently easy, and the lady was really nice, and I actually got a call back this time instead of, you know, being on the phone for over an hour yesterday and not getting a hold of anyone. So yeah, I have one less thing to worry about right now, which is nice. And then I'm still waiting on 2 other callbacks at some point today. I just don't know when. They might happen during stream, they might not. I was trying my best to play one-handed because I was on the phone with her, so that's why it was kind of like I was really wobbly walking. It's a little hard to walk straight and then like in the right direction when you're playing with one hand on your controller, so I was quite concerned I was going to fall off the edge, but I didn't. Nixie, no, you do not throw that at me, honey. That is a big toy that you do not need to throw around, honey. No, I said, go. Go, Nixie. Swear to goodness. No, Nixie. Okay, 1 minute. Anyways, yeah, so that's one less thing to worry about that I have to finish figuring out, but it's basically, from what she said, Nixie, really? From what she said to me, it's mostly just a matter of paperwork that's already in the mail to come to me, and I just have to wait on it and figure it out when it gets here, so kind of sucks because I have multiple bills that are trying to charge me right now that I am unable to pay for, medical-wise, but it does tend to process a little quickly, so hopefully by the time the paperwork gets to me and everything, I should be able to handle it. But compared to yesterday's experience with that phone number, it was much better. She was actually very nice and helpful in explaining stuff, and the last time I've been on the phone with them, it was just like, yeah, whatever. And the times that I've had paperwork from them, it's pretty much just like, you need to do this right now, and I'm like, I can't, I don't have the way to, and they get mad about it, so. Anyways, it'll all be figured out eventually. I'm just trying to fast track it a little because I really need the insurance. It's not very easy to exist without medical insurance in the United States, especially when you are chronically ill. Oh, Jesus. That's extremely lucky that I have feather falling on that. That is very lucky that I have feather falling 4. That would have been a lot more damage than just 2 hearts. And we fell right into mobs, so that would have been a lot worse. This is why we don't just mine directly under our feet. Where did I go? Oh, it actually was stable underneath. It's just because it was gravel that it went gone. You pretty puppy. You're a pain in my butt, but you're pretty. I'm just trying to optimize this a little by opening it up more, because that's the only way I know how. I know I don't really know how to make it like the skeleton farm we have, but I know how to at least open it up a little more and then darken it so that it has higher spawn rates. And we might have a little better luck with getting some stuff. I just need string and a lot of it. The amount of spider eye we're going to get from this kind of will suck, but oh well. Okay, so we've got it kind of optimized. We can do this, and then we can I think we need to make a door to make sure that the light doesn't travel through it as bad. I knew suits had to do with turtles, I just didn't know what specific stage of turtle, like I didn't remember what had to happen for it to be a thing, was all. so I appreciate that information. I'm sorry I didn't get to actually say much before my phone call came in. I'm really anxious about that situation, so I was like immediately trying to focus on it. But seems like it's kind of out of my hands at the moment, so oh well. It shall be figured out eventually. I think that kind of darkens it a little, and if we darken this, that should help. Yeah, and then we need to go up here and put a door here and blocks in the way so that it blocks it off and darkens it, and then we can go around this way to get back to it. I'm just trying to optimize that as best I can so that we can get some really good XP going. How do I get over there again? What the heck? We were in a mine shaft when we were on the other side. Is it behind this lava or something? Probably. Probably can't even get to it this way. I probably have to just block that door off from the inside. I'll just block the door off from the inside. Doesn't seem to want to cooperate. Do it like that. Now I've got an optimized little space for them to spawn. Hopefully. And we can like fully block this up to keep the light a little more contained. And then we can just stand in here because we are close enough that they can't harm us, but we can see what is spawning. Sounds like a plan. We're gonna wait here for some of them to spawn since we need some string, and I'm gonna check my phone because there's so much. I have to answer my parents. Yay. Anyways, yeah, that was me having to answer my father about the insurance stuff because, so with my car accident, the insurance stuff is all being handled through the person that hit me and their insurance. It's the same company that I have, but it's their insurance that they are handling because they're the one at fault, so they have to be the one that handles it all. Which is fine, it's whatever, but the thing with that is that you don't have much control over whether the ball gets rolling or not when it comes to things moving along, and they were supposed to have called me regarding like getting my statement and getting my information and everything and figuring out like where my vehicle's at for repairs so they can send a person to appraise it to figure out what the value is, and then they have to deal with approving or denying the estimate and figuring out all that. So it's like a very straightforward, simple process, but the problem is the speed at which it gets done because insurances like to be very slow about things because they're very busy. The last time it took quite a while to deal with any of it, but I could still drive my vehicle that whole time, so I was like not out of a vehicle, so it wasn't that bad. I can still technically drive my vehicle, but not very well, and not very willingly with the amount of damage it has. So repairs, they have to have the estimate from the auto place to be able to know what the repairs will cost, all that, which is nice because it means that it'll have some newer stuff that it needs, which is really annoying though because I don't want it to be sitting there. But anyways, technical stuff aside, it just basically means they are supposed to get a hold of me because they need to take both sides of the situation. They need to speak to both to figure out who is at fault and all that. And then they have to, once they determine who's at fault, that means who handles everything. Like, for example, if they all of a sudden decide to determine I'm at fault, which is literally ridiculous and not possible in that situation, but anyways, just example. If they decide to determine that I was at fault for the accident, that means they would have to transfer it over to my insurance of working, well, my dad's insurance, for the case, and then I would have to pay a ridiculous deductible to have my vehicle fixed. And all that. So it's the same basic process as far as appraisal and estimate and everything, but what they do with who's at fault and how they pay for things and stuff is all different depending on the situation. Just a little different. So anyways, they're supposed to have already started the process and gotten a hold of me because they need to figure out like what the cost will be and what my side of the story is and figure out who's at fault and all that. And they still haven't gotten a hold of me. So I took the initiative to call them, as much as I despise phone calls, because I needed to get a hold of them and figure out what's going on. So anyways, I had to call them and leave a voicemail, and my dad was wondering what was going on and like who it was, to make sure that it was the right person that he got the notice about and all that stuff. I really don't know why they're taking so long. The last time when I had the last accident that happened, they were very quick with getting back and forth with me. They took a while to like do the estimate and everything, but they were back and forth with me immediately, and they were immediately responsive in letting me know like what's going on with the case and how the process goes and everything. And now they've just kind of left me in the dark, which is a little annoying. So I had to leave my phone number and the case number and be like, I am the other person involved, just trying to figure out what's going on. So, and it's not even a reason of like, one of the biggest reasons that would be slow like that is if they don't have the, oh, that's why it just goes into nothingness. One of the biggest reasons it would be slow like that is because they don't have the other person's information, or they don't have the police report or something like that. But they should have the police report, because it's well past the time that the police report would have been released by now. So there's really no reason that they wouldn't be getting a hold of everything and getting everything moving. I don't know. But oh, I had new followers. Thank you for the follows. I didn't even notice we had new followers. I'm at the same number of followers, so I guess we lost a couple and we gained a couple, which is fine. I just didn't notice the new ones because it was the same number. I usually look at the number to keep an eye on it. So I appreciate the 2 new follows today. That's nice. I do want to play on that creative world we were playing again. I was playing yesterday again because I was playing it and I wanted people to play with me and no one was on. But I wanted to get on this to try to get some of the stuff done, because in that creative world I made a little template of a statue that I want to build somewhere in this world, so I wanted to try to build that today. But sadly we get sidetracked with projects like this because in order to build it I need scaffolding, in order to get scaffolding I need string. So here we are. Hopefully this won't be the whole stream, this is just going to be a portion of it where I'm trying to get some more string. Looting helps a little, but not much, because half the time it only works on the stupid spider eyes that we don't need more of. But we've got over a stack. I'm thinking probably 2 stacks and then we'll go home to make the trip worth it. Just because it is far away and it's not that easy to get to, so to make it more worth it I should get more amount of string. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now, which is why I'm a little all over the place with streaming. I would have loved to have streamed yesterday, but yesterday I was spending a lot of time on the phone trying to get a hold of these people and doing stuff in the house and trying to clean up in the house, because the house was like an absolute mess. It still kind of is, but like I had dishes everywhere because dishes are one of the hardest things for me to keep up with, and I swear to goodness, 2 people should not be going through this many dishes, but I still have to do dishes like at least twice a day to even keep up with them. And dishes are a huge sensory issue for me, so I have to do it like with gloves on. So it's a whole mess of a process. And I'm the only one that ends up ever doing the dishes unless I specifically tell someone that to. So I had to do a lot of catching up with that stuff. I had to do some projects on that end of things, all that, so I didn't end up having much time to stream. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'd love to just spend time reading tomorrow. I keep staring at the books that I need to get to, and I haven't gotten to them. But I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know what I have for plans tomorrow. No clue. I know today is going to be until about 2 or 2 something that I stream. Nixie, leave her alone. Lay down, please, pup. You know better. No, that is not laying down. That is standing on the ottoman. Yeah, tomorrow I'm not sure what I have for what I need to get done. I know today I'll probably be streaming till only like 2:30 or 2, probably 2:30 to try to get this to a decent length of a stream. Because I do have to take a shower, and then afterwards I have to bring her out, and then I have to wait for him to get home, and when he gets home we're going to go to my dad's for her to run, which also involves stopping at a place I really want to try for some drinks. There's a new place in the town we go through that I lived in before this, on the way to my dad's, that has really cool, a bunch of like different options for drinks. Like they have a bunch of really cool teas, they have a bunch of like protein shakes and stuff. Like that's really cool, and they're a decent price, and like their protein shakes are really good in protein, and they have a whole crazy list of options including gluten-free options. And then they have a absolute huge list of teas, and I love tea so much, and I'm so excited, and I want to try it so bad, and I can't go there unless someone else is bringing me. So since we're going through town, I wanted to try it. But yeah. Speaking of gluten-free, I get to have a lovely entire diet change for the next month or so. I'm looking at things that are like meal preparation services right now because I really don't want to have to plan out entire meals surrounding it. But I have to try gluten-free for a minimum of 2 weeks, but probably 3 to 4 weeks because of the issues I've been having with my health and stuff. My doctor suggested to try gluten-free to see if I have a sensitivity to gluten, which if I do is going to be a nightmare because gluten-free is not very easy to maintain since literally everything in our world has gluten. So I am trying like a meal planning service for a few weeks to be able to do that trial of diet without me having to do a bunch of energy and thought and time into planning every single meal out. That way at least the dinners are taken care of, and I looked up some lunch ideas, and I kind of wrote down a list of things to get so that I have some lunch ideas as well, because I usually only eat like maybe lunch and dinner, so that I can try gluten-free for a few weeks, and then I can see how that works out for my body and if that makes a difference at all in like my health issues right now and in like how my body responds and stuff. So yeah, but in doing that I have to deal with a bunch of budgeting stuff. It actually kind of works out a little better for the budget because getting the like 3 weeks, I think it's 20 days total worth of meal planning, because of the deals I have for it, it's from 2 different places, it ends up being a little under what we would spend on a month worth of the butcher box meat that we get for meat for the month. So we're doing that instead of the meat order so that I can do some meal planning and some trial to see what happens with my health regarding it. My doctor said it has to be at least 2 weeks because the general rule is that you need 1 week for your body to kind of flush out all of the gluten and stuff at the minimum, and then another week for your body to actually show what's happening when you're not having gluten, like to actually feel the results and see the results. Granted, the longer you go, the better things get actually fully flushed out of your system, and your body might not fully flush gluten out of your system in a week, and on and on. It really depends on how your body wants to respond, which is why I'm trying to do it more so for a month instead to see. But I have at least 20 days taken care of for dinners, and then I'm just gonna get some groceries for lunches and stuff. It's gonna be difficult because I know I have to like avoid foods in the house as well. I'm gonna get the stuff to make my own like sandwich bread for my bread, but I mean my partner doesn't want to not have gluten for the time being, so while he'll tolerate the meals I make for dinner, I have to like, he doesn't have any specific gluten-free lunches he'd be having and stuff, and he doesn't want to have like everything gluten-free in the house, so I'd have to avoid certain foods as far as the foods that we have in there for him and like all the snacks sitting around for him and that sort of thing. But oh well, it'll be figured out. But I'm kind of excited. It means if it is an answer, it helps me find a little bit closer to something that might help my health, because my health has been absolutely atrocious. So it might be an answer that helps my health a little bit and my chronic illness a little bit. And if not, it's just a fun way to try some new foods and try some new meal planning, honestly, because a lot of the meals that we were looking at looked really good. I haven't finished, so I'm basically I'm gonna use HelloFresh and, what's the other one? I don't remember the other one. The other one, is another similar idea to HelloFresh. HelloFresh is giving a welcome deal that's like 20 free meals, which is why I'm doing that first. And it's also a lot more customizable. Like you can specifically switch out proteins or sides even out of recipes you choose, depending on like what your preferences are and like whether you're a picky eater or not, which is really good for me because there are certain foods I will not eat. So you can adjust the recipes to make them a little better for your specific taste, which is nice, and it's a little more customizable. Versus the other one I'm looking at, they're very specific set meals, but there were enough meals on there that I liked that I could deal with, that were also gluten-free, and that one's a little easier to like specifically look through and find the gluten-free options. And the other one I get 60% off because of a coupon from a YouTuber that I watch, actually, and she's really good at kind of being really straightforward with stuff that she likes, and she has been talking about it for weeks, and I like supporting people like that when I can, like people around me when I can, so using her code obviously gives her a bit of a discount or gives her commission or whatever the heck, so I figured I'll do that. So I'm doing some HelloFresh and some of the other one, and then if that is something that I like, I'm actually going to look at something that I saw earlier online that's even cheaper of an option, that could be a little more sustainable for longer term. It's Every Plate, I think is what it was. Yeah, Every Plate, which when they're doing welcome discounts right now, it ends up being under $2 a meal, or under $2 a serving, which is pretty much as cheap as you can get for decently planned meal planning. It ends up being likely cheaper than any groceries I could find, because groceries are not cheap. So I'm just trying to figure out all of the technicalities of that. You guys get to listen to my rambles, because I was rambling about this all night last night and like no one wanted to listen, so I'm just rambling. But I also went past 2 stacks, whoops. But yeah, hopefully that'll get all figured out. The other thing I have to deal with is work, which I'm doing normally when I'm not during the time I would be streaming, but like later at night, since it's a little easier for me to function and focus, and it tends to work a little better, because he can watch the dog while I do work, or sleep like he did last night because I was up late working. So yeah, I'm trying to get some work done so I can have some money back, since we have a lot to afford this month and very little money. I also don't know what's going on this weekend yet. I know it's a little early to think about it, but for me, usually I know by rough idea by now, and I don't. So I don't know if I'll be streaming it all this weekend like I did last weekend. I might be. I don't know. I'd ideally like to be... What does she have? Oh, okay, it's just her toy. I was like, that sounds like a weird noise I haven't heard before for her chewing. You're alright, it's just your toy. Go get your toy. Jeez. What was I saying? Oh yeah, weekend. I'm not sure what's going on this weekend yet, so I don't know if I'll be able to stream or not. Ideally, I'd like to if I have the time to, but I don't always have the time to or, like, the ability to. Nixie, you should... Yes, you're allowed to chew that toy, but you don't need to be tearing the specific bristles out of it, honey. Oh, let me back in. No tearing the bristles out of that. You do not need to tear it apart piece by piece. It's rude. She has one of those like rubber dog teething slash toothbrush toys. Like it's a really heavy duty rubber so that she can chew it longer, and it has a squeaker in it, and it has like the section of it that has the little like rubber bristles so that you can put like treats in it, so that she has to like treats or like dog toothpaste in it, so that she has to like lick and bite at it, and it helps clean out her teeth some and clean her mouth and that sort of thing. But what she does when she's bored and it has nothing in it is slowly rip the individual bristles out of it, which is why she's getting in trouble for that, because she's not supposed to do that, and it's not very helpful for the overall condition of it. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I would prefer if she didn't do that, because I'd like it to actually last for her, but yeah. Now she's trying to tear apart my couch. Nixie, stop. I swear to goodness, dog. Nix. No. That's what I thought. No chewing on the couch. You are the most nuisance dog sometimes. You will get to run later. You are fine. But yeah, I'm also waiting on the call back from my doctor about the blood work, because from what I was researching through like quick research on them and looking at the values and everything, multiple of my blood work values came back that I was malnourished, I'm pretty sure. Which just goes to prove that you can be fat and still be unhealthy. Not saying that as a negative term, that's just a factual term. But I kind of assumed, given that I usually have an issue with an eating disorder off and on throughout my life, and it's pretty hard for me to keep up with actual decent eating and decent food habits, and I don't have a good relationship with food, but I didn't expect like to have that much of a result of malnourishment in particular, and I didn't have enough other tests to really know what that malnourishment is, like what the specific thing that is happening to my body is. So I'm trying to wait for him to let me know what's going on so I can know what that is and how to work with that. So hopefully he'll give me some answers for that. I mean, I can only really just look at the test result and look at what it says for a normal range and see where I am compared to that, and then like I'll search like, oh, what's a low this level, or what's a high this level, or that sort of thing. Which gave me a little bit of answers, but definitely not anything that's really conclusive and helpful. Let's take a minecart back. Let's make a minecart. I have the hiccups. Let's take a minecart back. We spent all this time on this system and we didn't even use it on the way here. Mainly because I just didn't want to spend the effort to make a minecart. Would have been much easier than sitting there trying to run across underneath it with one hand, but I'm not always the brightest with my decisions. Let's go before all the mobs start following us. That spider's trying to follow us, but we'll be out of range before he gets far enough. Yeah, he despawned. Our little rail system. Eventually I want to add more stuff in here as decorative builds so that it's not just like a really boring little trip. But that's a very far down the road concept, since I don't really want to spend a ton of time and effort on this area when I'm not done with my home area very well. What is that? Those are some mob drops. Can I jump down from here? I can. Skeleton and zombie, I'll take it. Rotten flesh is always quite useful to trade back into the villagers. Come on, shoot him, shoot him. Yes, shoot him again. Shoot him again! Shoot him again, please. For heck's sakes. Shoot him. Yep, that was a nice noise. That spooked me. I didn't realize there was also a creeper next to us. Whoopsies. I've been repeatedly called a psychopath for covering up creeper holes like this. But that's the only way I ever cover up creeper holes. And there's plenty more things that you could call me a psychopath over. Pretty sure my habits in Minecraft for covering up creeper holes is probably the least concerning of my habits, psychopathy-wise. Alright, we need to get home. Because we are wasting most of our time trying to get the stuff to get the project started and not actually getting the project started. It's quite irritating that you can't bone meal cocoa beans to grow faster, cocoa plants to grow faster. Because I need that for dye, and I don't have very much of it. I mean, I have a little over a stack, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need a lot of brown wool for this project. Now, the question is, where are we going to put that statue? I was thinking on the mountain, but I think on the mountain would be kind of annoying and out of the way. I want it to be very visible, and I want it to be something that's specific to the village. So I'm thinking maybe even over there, or like over here, because it's like a 6x2 for the base, so maybe do it even like right here. And what I could do is eventually make templates for other type of villagers too over time and do other ones, or do multiple of that same statue type of thing. I don't know. I'm thinking like there is where I would do it. It's a fairly big statue. I'm not sure where it would end up. Let's sleep real quick in case we ran past the time for phantoms to spawn. Put away the excess blocks we got. Put away some of the string until we're ready to make, yeah, that's much better of a string supply, until we're ready to make the scaffolding. We have to go shear the sheep. Because while we do have some supplies, we definitely don't have enough. I'm pretty sure. Let's get our lucky pick out. Blast furnace, the little bit of gold ore we got. I was gonna say, I thought Fortune worked on the individual ores too, but it didn't seem to be working. It does now. Alright, let's go shear the sheep. I'm gonna shear all of them, even though I mainly only need the other color, like the main, like white, gray, black, brown. Let's actually shear the brown and the white and stuff first, because then we can go back and that's very laggy. Then we can go back and get more brown wool at the end, hopefully, from them having eaten. We'll need a lot of yellow wool as well, but yellow wool's easy to dye because we have lots of the yellow flowers. While we're here, we may as well get the other colors too. We just don't need extra of these ones. The other thing I need to do is make those banners that I wanted to make to hang on the library, the pride banners. I was going to make a trans pride flag and then just the general rainbow flag as banners and put them outside the library as kind of like little inclusivity markers like some libraries have, and I just thought it'd be cool to have pride flags in the world. I have to be careful not to shear the jeb sheep that are in the middle because you'll only get white wool and then they won't have the rainbow changing. I need more brown wool. No, 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 no. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. No. You get away. You get out. You get away. You get out. Get away. What the heck? Go away. For heck's sakes, guys. Go away. Get out. No, not... I'm gonna lose my mind. You go back in your pen. You. Go. I can't use wheat because it's not gonna work. Because then everyone's gonna flood in and out of this area. Go away. For Christ's sakes. Go. Not you. Go. Jeez, this is not working. Why do I have a Discord notification popping up that's not actually going off? It's concerning. Not concerning, confusing. Why won't it let me open this gate? Get in there. Now you get out. Get out. Thank you. All was fixed in the world. That was so complicated. I was pretty sure I was going to end up killing multiple of these guys just by shears from how many times I was having to hit them. No. I didn't open that on purpose. Get out. Get out. Yes, go in this direction. You go away. You go in this direction. I will open the gate for you. No. Go away. You. Go in that direction. No. I'm gonna kill this dude from shears. I swear to goodness. Now go out. Can't even open the damn gate. Go out. Thank you. Heck's sakes, guys. Heck's sakes. About ready to start swearing at these sheep. The gates won't open when I want them to open, but when I don't want them to open, they open wide open and let all the sheep through. Stay out. And then I'm gonna like accidentally punch one of those sheep I've punched like 20 times, and it's gonna kill it because it'll be the last hit point that it has. Okay. Now we need yellow. Okay, I think that's all we're getting right now, because that is overwhelming to try to deal with these unruly damn sheep all the time. Might even make a gate here so I can just deal with those. I guess if I really needed a ton of brown wool fast, I could like gather a few white sheep from around the area that I find like in the woods there, and then put them in a little smaller separate area, and then just breed them like crazy and grow them up like crazy using wheat. Because we should have enough wheat that I could do that. I guess I could do that to kind of spam collect a bunch of brown wool, because we only have a little over a stack and we need a lot more than that. I think that's what I probably have to do, is spam collect. So this probably isn't going to get to the building part today, but I can at least try to get enough to be able to build whenever I'm ready. Yeah, let's make like a little pen for them and spam, and then we can dye them brown. I just need to, I think that'd be the most efficient way, is doing it that way. Same thing with the yellow, but we can probably dye the brown ones yellow after the fact. Kill off all but a couple adults and then dye them yellow. So we'll probably set it up over here so that we can go over to the woods and gather more sheep. Yeah, looks like there's already some right there. Just a simple little pen like this. Find the sheep. Any sheep in here? Hello? Need some sheep to spawn. Hello? There's one. I need another one. Let's get this one in the pen at least. And then we need one more. I think I did that bridge on stream, didn't I? The brief bridge I made over there. I was going to show you guys, but I think I already did that on stream. There's one more. Come on, little buddy. Is it just me, or is it much easier to lead animals now? Like, they seem to walk faster than they used to. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to, well, I guess we'll have to, yeah, we'll have to kill off one of these white sheep. Forgot I needed to dye them first. Let's just kill this one and we can grow up the other one. There we go. And now we have to wait for this one to be able to breed. We can shear them while they're still not able to breed. Endless shearing. But yeah, so like where I put these little too tall are where I want to do some decorative builds that kind of tie in the area a little better. For example, maybe I'll build a giant sheep right here, since there's a sheep farm there, and it'll kind of be indicative of what we have here, just for fun. And then over there, maybe I'll build something as just a little like decorative stall or something smaller that'll help tie everything in a little better and that sort of thing, because I want to start adding more expansion and stuff, and like start adding pathways and everything, and I can't do that without having everything a little bit better looking and a little better connected. So I want to add some decor, make this actually a filled in area instead of just being like these random miscellaneous builds with big gaps in between them sort of thing. I wish you could put fortune on shears and actually have it do something. That'd be cool if they had an enchant for shears that gave you more wool, because I know plenty of people would actually find use in that in this game. We need lots more brown wool. I guess what we could do is go build the base, because I'm actually kind of mad that we haven't gotten any building done today. Get out of the way. So maybe breed these guys one more time if they will. Alright. Let's go at least build the base. We'll sleep and then go build the base, because I can at least place where it needs to be and start like the very base of it to figure out the look of it, everything. I like our little map wall we started too. It looks really cool. It would have been nice to have a map wall like from when it started versus now, but I never really did maps when it started that I didn't update, so. And knowing me, I probably would have placed them in a place where I had to remove it to move it around anyways, and then it would have updated them when I tried to put them back in the item frames, so. Oh well. I keep seeing there's a way to lock. Excuse me, sorry. I keep seeing there's a way to lock the maps in place through like multiple forums and everything that I've read, and I still have not found that way to do it. Like, it doesn't work in this version, as for me at least, every time I try. So it's kind of annoying. So for the base we need, I think dark gray. I don't remember what the base was. 6x2 base, dark gray, light gray, brown. Yeah, dark gray, light gray, brown, black. And I guess we can make some of this white into some brown. Did it seriously just re-dye something instead of dyeing the white wool? Ay ay ay. Yeah, it dyed the black wool of all wool. That's so annoying. We don't have black wool to be able to dye more. I guess we could dye some of the light gray black. I hate that it does that. Why doesn't it just automatically dye the white wool? We don't have enough black though. Oh, we do. It is so annoying. I don't know why it doesn't automatically do the white wool to dye. So yeah, I don't know where we're gonna put the villager, to be honest. I want it to be somewhere where it's visible, but somewhere where it adds to the overall look. So, into the idea of the village. So maybe somewhere over here, I'm thinking. Like, here maybe? Yeah, maybe right here. We can do it over the water. Dark gray, light gray, brown. What if I did it like right here? What's the base? 6 by 2? Four, 5, 6. I have to pause. I'm getting a phone call. That's concerning, and I really hope that's a scam. Alright. That's really concerning, and I really hope that's a scam. Genuinely. Nothing like getting a call from a New York phone number that's telling you that your package was stopped at Borders for a reason of suspicion of criminal activity, blah blah blah. Which actually would be vaguely true if it's not a scam, because I do have a package that's going to Canada right now. But it's literally just books. It's marked that it's books. If you want to open it, you can open it. It's marked that it's books. I don't know what to tell you. It's not. It is just books, nothing illegal. So I don't know. I did the black on the wrong side. So I don't know what to tell you about that. I'm very much so, because it's like robotic voice and it's asking you to hit this to talk to a person. I'm assuming it's just a scam. I'm hoping it's just a scam, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where the photos are of that statue in my phone. Three. Yeah, that's a little concerning and a little confusing, but alright, we're just gonna let that exist. Let's hope that's not legit. How high does it go before the 1, 2? It looks like 3. And then dark gray. I forgot to make scaffolding, and I forgot to grab some jungle planks to use for the satchel strap. Quite a few pigs spawning. So yeah, I don't know what that call was about. I'm hoping it's just a scam. I don't normally get calls like that, so I'm hoping it's just a scam number. Because I feel like if it was actually something where, like, oh, your package got stopped at the border because it was concerning, they would actually call you from a genuine human number, not call you with an automated thing that just threatens you with federal prison. Like, I'm not even worried about the federal prison allegation, like, threat there, but that was literally what it was like, oh, there's serious claims against you because of this package that's been stopped at Border Patrol, so you're gonna be in big trouble, and like, you're gonna end up in, like, a federal jail, and that's the part that makes me just, like, hope / assume it's a scam, because that just doesn't make sense. I guarantee you, in that case, it would be a human that actually talks to you, not like an automated robot that tells you you're going to end up in jail. I think that would be the case. But oh well. Because I do actually have a package shipping, because I've been selling books through Pango Books to resell some of the books I don't need, and doing so means that... Hey! Doing so means that I have shipped to a few different places, and one of the places that one of the packages is going is Canada, actually. But it's already supposed to be arriving on Friday, so it shouldn't be arriving to them on Friday, so it shouldn't be having any issues. It's a lot of scaffolding, I know, but scaffolding is useful, so... Hello, sheep. Why did this one place like 3 high? Confusing. I'm still not used to how scaffolding works. Yeah, I'm very not used to how scaffolding works. Yeah, because you can't... So confused. How do you... There we go. I was like, how do you place it sideways without falling off it? Because you can't crouch. I'm not good with scaffolding, clearly. Anyways. Not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to place it to the... Anyways, whatever. We'll do it like this. And then I need jungle planks because I need to do the satchel. I don't know how I did it in the creative world. I'm just gonna kind of wing it on this and hope it turns out alright, because I didn't take any pictures of how I specifically set up the strap, and I assume I didn't really pay attention to my own template. Something like that, I guess. Whatever works. And then four past the satchel before doing the arms is what I wrote down. And then the arms are partial terracotta, which I didn't collect. Shoot. I need terracotta. Well, let's do that. And go find some terracotta. Pretty puppy. Let's do scaffolding as its own one as well. Let's put the jungle wood back because we don't need any more of it. And then we need terracotta. We only have 11 of it. We can make some more though, I think. Because I think we just make clay blocks and then burn them, right? Burn them, smelt them. Does that make terracotta? Yeah. And we need brown terracotta. Which means we need more of our cocoa beans. Which means we need to go find more because we don't have very many. Let's go hope they grow more in here. Looks like our hope is correct. Not all of them fully grew, but plenty of them did grow. Not what I meant to break. There we go, we got a few more. Nixie, what are you eating, honey? There's nothing over there you should be eating. Nix. Get off of above me on the couch, Goober. Get off. Get off. You don't need to stand on the back of the couch looking down on me. It's very rude and weird. Don't at me. I don't know if that's enough, but it might be. I guess we can only find out. And then we'll have to go find more clay for terracotta, I think, because I think the head was also terracotta of some sort. I don't remember. I'd have to check the creative world. One, two, three, I think it goes back afterwards. I think it's like that. And we're out of brown wool. So, looks like that'll be all I complete for today. Which is fine, because I have to get off. Just wanted to at least get a start on it, since this was supposed to be the main project of the day, and I got so distracted and sidetracked. Yeah, we're pretty much at brown wool. We're gonna have to do some brown wool collecting and some clay collecting. But we got a bit of a start to our villager dude. Looks cool. I think we can use that basic idea to make a few other ones around the castle walls over time. I think that would be really cool. Because I mean, when I was looking for ideas for the farmer one, I already found like some already made ideas that other people had made that were like the blacksmith and stuff. But I really wanted to do a farmer one in particular, so I had to just like use a rough idea that I saw from a regular villager build and then a photo of the farmer villager that I had open and try to like somehow make those two work together to make something that semi-made sense. Put back a bunch of the wool, put all the scaffolding away for now. anyways, so that's all that I can do for today. I'm sorry that it ended up being mostly me collecting things. Hopefully next time that I'm on, I'll be able to actually get that build finished or work really hard on getting the rest of the stuff to finish it. Anyways, oh jeez. I can't stop yawning today. Anyways, thank you to everyone that has stopped by today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye!